The ocean covers over 70% of the Earth's surface and is essential to all life, both in the sea and on the land. There's one animal that is the perfect ambassador for the ocean, and that's the Orcinus orca, or killer whale. In just a few minutes, you'll meet SeaWorld's killer whale. First though, let's find out more about these remarkable animals. Orcinus orca, or the killer whale, is the most widely distributed mammal on Earth. They can be found throughout the ocean, all around the world, including in the Arctic, the Atlantic, the Southern, the Indian, and the Pacific Oceans. No other single marine species lives in as many different ocean habitats or is as directly reliant on as many different types of marine life as the killer whale. More than any other marine animal, the Orcinus orca is the very embodiment of our shared global ocean. Until about 2 decades ago, scientists didn't know that there were actually several different varieties or ecotypes of killer whales. With effort and observation, however, we discovered that there are actually 10 distinct ecotypes, each differing in size, behavior, diet, lifestyle, and appearance. A striking characteristic of the orca is their black and white skin. This camouflage is called disruptive coloration. In a murky environment, this coloration can make them difficult to detect. Killer whales are counter-shaded. Their top surface is darker than their surface underneath. From below, looking up, they blend in with the light from above. From above, looking down, they're invisible against the dark depths. Killer whales are warm-blooded and breathe air just like we do. Killer whales are the largest members of the Delphinidae, or dolphin family. As you can see, they have impressive physical characteristics. Orcas have keen eyesight, both above and below the water. The dorsal fin of an adult male can be up to 6 feet in height. Can propel them through the water at a high rate of speed with great maneuverability. Their top speed is nearly 30 miles per hour. Killer whales use echolocation to hunt and to communicate. Communication is also accomplished through tail slaps, breaching, and vocalizations. You'll experience a variety of natural killer whale behaviors during orca encounter today. We ask our whales to replicate natural behaviors such as breaching, spy hopping, and tail slaps. While awe-inspiring and entertaining for our guests, these behaviors are also essential to maintaining the health and well-being of the killer whales in our care. Much remains to be understood regarding the Orcinus orca. One thing we do know, however, is that across the globe, they face real challenges as the general health of the prey populations and habitats on which killer whales depend suffer due to changes in the environment. In just a few moments, you'll encounter SeaWorld's killer whales and learn even more about these fascinating animals. As the most widely distributed mammal on Earth, the killer whale is uniquely positioned to represent the beauty, power, and fragility of the ocean.
Hello everyone, my name is Mimi, and on behalf of our entire killer whale training team, I'd like to welcome you to Orca Encounter. I've been an animal trainer for the past 6 years. Being an animal trainer isn't just a job, it's more of a way of life. We've dedicated most of our personal and professional lives to caring for these animals. It's a huge responsibility and the ultimate privilege to be able to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from our whales. We are so excited and proud to share what we've learned through all of our relationships with all of you here today and for many more years to come. We hope you enjoy Orca Encounter.
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We're one world, united by our ocean.
Nossa senhora! Linda, hein?
behaviors help keep our whales active and engaged. You know, SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we're excited to share their story with all of you here today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's floor. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
Hold on.
We'll see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout the experience today, you'll see our whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors allow them to strengthen their social bonds and problem solve as a group. This is just one of many adaptations that makes the killer whale the top predator of the ocean. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca. Their common name, killer whale. But here at SeaWorld, all 5 members of their pod have their own individual names and identities. The oldest here at SeaWorld is our leader and matriarch. Her name is Katina. She is 43 years old. She's also our most successful mother, having 7 killer whale calves. Next is her daughter, Milani, who's 13, and Malia, who is 12 years old. Last but not least, we have our male killer whales, Trua, who's 14 years old, and Makayo, Katina's youngest son, at 9 years old. At 9 years old, Moço is already over 3,500 pounds. Now the whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Now one of the first behaviors that we'll train our whales for are for healthcare or husbandry behaviors. Now, you might not know it, but all of you are trained for husbandry behaviors as well. So think about when you go to the doctor, and your doctor asks you for a blood sample. You know to hold out your arm, and your doctor will take that blood sample from the inside of your elbow, right? Yeah. There's so much that you can learn from those blood samples. Right here on site at SeaWorld, we have our own laboratory. That allows us to take those samples from the killer whales and find out exactly what their blood chemistry is. Their iron levels, their cholesterol, and a total blood count, just like we get with humans as well. Killer whales are trained to present different parts of their body for measurements, just like you, maybe at home, have a wall that you're able to see exactly how much you've grown over the years. We're able to measure different parts of the killer whale's body, their pectoral flippers, even how long they are. Well, as you can see, our show isn't quite going according to plan, and that's okay. Here at SeaWorld, we train our animals using positive reinforcement. That means we simply reward the behavior and draw a lot of attention to the behavior that we're looking for, and ignore the behavior that we are not interested in. And that's totally okay. Killer whales can grow up to be about 12,000 pounds and 22 feet long, about the size of a school bus. So if there's something they're not really interested in doing, you best believe they're not going to do it. So what we can do as trainers is just take a step back, let them interact with each other, and as soon as they're interested in interacting with us again, we can tap the side of the pool or use a target pole to ask them to come on over. But until then, let's talk about some things that our different killer whales seem to enjoy. Now I talked about Katina, our oldest killer whale, 43 years old. She is our matriarch. So what's pretty cool about that is even the highest ranking male is still lower than the lowest ranking female. trainer, Stacy, and Nalani is on the left interacting with her trainer, Ashley. Now they're actually showing you how they would weigh themselves on a killer whale size scale that we have in one of our adjacent pools. They'll slide their entire bodies out of the water just as they have here in our slide out. But from their dorsal fin all the way down to their tail flukes is a powerful muscle called their peduncle. Now this could weigh several hundred pounds, and so by them leaving their tails in the water, we wouldn't be able to get an accurate weight. So we can ask them to lift their entire bodies out of the water. And here you have it. This is how Katina and Nalani would properly weigh themselves. Now you may see this behavior over the course of our presentation, but know that it is one of the most critical healthcare or husbandry behaviors that we ask our animals to do. Now we weigh our younger whales to make sure they're growing properly, and our older whales to make sure they're maintaining a healthy weight.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Well, hi everyone. I'm over on the left-hand side of the pool. I'm here with my friend Tiana. She's all the way from Maryland. Tiana, do you like to play? Yeah, well, so do I. Now, observational learning and mimicry play an important role in the killer whale's life. Now, from the moment they're born, they play by watching their moms or playing follow the leader with other whales. Do you want to play follow the leader with Nalani today? Sure. All right, so you're going to take 2 hands high above your head. You're going to wave hello to Nalani. Go ahead. 2 hands high above your head, wave hello. Check it out! We've paired different parts of our bodies to different parts of the killer whale's bodies. Go ahead and try this. And Nalani stops her tail flukes. So hands to pectoral flippers and feet to tail flukes. Want to go ahead and give her a fish? Excellent. Oh, you got quite an arm. Don't worry, she'll go get it. She'll slurp it right up. Do you remember that hand signal we taught you? All right, let's make that across our body. Perfect. So Nalani is very curious, and she's off to do a sighting bow. Maybe to play with other animals or get a better look at her surroundings. So let's give her a round of applause when she does that jump. Excellent.
All right, good job, Nalani. Hi everyone, my name is Nick. This is Francisco, and I'm going to introduce you to my really good friend, Katina here. Now, Katina is our 43-year-old matriarch. I think you've already heard that, but she is a very awesome mother. Go ahead, give her a fish, say hello to a killer whale. Nice. But she is also an awesome athlete. So, I told Francisco how she asked her to do a very large breach over there at stage. You ready to go ahead and do it? Ready? All right, put your hands like this, and go. Perfect. Whoa! There she is. Now, any good trainer gets up nice and close, but we're going to watch to see where Katina goes. And they might do different breaches for different reasons. To scratch an itch, to surprise a prey item, or even to say, hey, I'm here. Whoa! Wow, that was refreshing. Sorry, Francisco. I had no idea that was going to happen. Actually, do you have a towel? Awesome. Thank you. Don't worry, I'm going to be just fine.
Well, it looks like you got soaked over there, Nick. How about a round of applause for our audience volunteers? Well, SeaWorld's research and observation on the killer whales under our care has helped shed light on many mysteries about these amazing animals. For example, we know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. And that's information that would be impossible to gain out in the ocean. Some information, however, can only be obtained through field observation. That's why we partner with organizations like like the Norwegian Orca Survey and NOAA to help advance global education about killer whales. Killer whales are powerful animals, and probably the best expression of that power can be seen when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will teach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from icicles. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
So killer whales create ways to hunt and use their powerful tail flukes to stun their prey. But you're about to get a demonstration. For our whales, it means a fun activity session. But for you, it means it's time to get wet.
Agora vier.
Unfortunately, factors like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to some populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals. It's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through choices evolving.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador of the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful.
But still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore. The killer whale story is still being written. And there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act.
One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
restaurants. Find out more about the ambience and outdoors. Thanks again, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day at SeaWorld.